Well, the first thing I would say is that the home that you live in, you should not consider an investment.
Okay.
So um, that's the biggest thing is you really, I would view it as, it's a consumption item. You do need to live somewhere. We all need to have a roof over our heads. But to the degree you're buying more than you need to survive a place that has a kitchen and bathroom and bedroom, that's really a consumption item. It's, if you have a place that has extra bathrooms or extra bedrooms or nicer fixtures and features, just acknowledge to yourself that this is a consumption item. I'm purchasing this because I want a different quality of life, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it does at a point become destructive if you're consuming more than you're able to save, and so that's the biggest thing is, and I would say generally speaking, you know, I would advise people to get as little house or as little, real estate for themselves as they can, manage because it's just, um, if you're interested in having financial strength and stability long term, the less house you have or the less you're consuming on your own housing, the more money that you're saving, as long as the extra money that you're not spending is actually going into savings, you're not buying vacations or what have you with it. You're, you're saving more. That money is going into investments. Those investments are earning 8 to 10% a year, and you're going to come out better in the long run.
So then you just told me like the house I live in is not an investment. Why do we hear like the opposite message? Sometimes I feel like the kind of like the marketing frame is like this tone and it's like your house is your asset.
Well, maybe a better way of, it's a forced saving vehicle. So you're paying that you borrow and you're paying down debt every month. And so over time, and your house will likely increase in value. I mean, that's not a guarantee. If you live in a place where the population growth is negative, housing values may actually be declining. And you see that, in the northern part of the country, northern part of the United States, in some places. I remember visiting Kalamazoo, and I could buy as many homes or apartments as I wanted to for less than $100,000. So, um, and this was probably 2018 or something. Um, there's no guarantee that your house price will go up, but generally speaking, it'll probably increase in value. But it's not. You know, you just you have to understand that is some level of consumption. That it's not. Even though the house will increase in value, you're not. It's not. You shouldn't expect it to generate some outsized return for you relative to what your alternatives are.
And what are your thoughts about the down payment that I should put in a house?
To the degree you can put in as little as possible. I mean, I think that's a practical necessity for a lot of folks today. What I would say is though, if you put a low down payment down, the home value decreases, that you're going to find yourself without any equity in the house for a long time. So it's, it can be really positive as a way for you to get into a house and achieve some of your dreams for homeownership. But I just wouldn't, um, I think it can create instability for somebody in their financial life if they stretch to get a house and they they think they think that by having a small down payment they're going to be able to buy more house than they should be getting for themselves.